Have you ever felt like you're the weird kid? And somehow, some way, no matter how hard you try, you never seem to fully fit in. When you are trying to actually relate to your peers and share your dreams, it seemed like you're too much and you're like too ambitious. But here's where it gets good. I've noticed a pattern with high-performing people, from athletes, celebrities, influencers. There's something that you and them have in common. And I know about being different. I mean, you can tell since the day I was born. So in today's video, I truly want to make you see how being different is an advantage. We'll talk about how you feeling embarrassed and misunderstood and failing in front of others is actually a skill that is going to be so helpful for the life you want to build and live. We're also going to talk about how having very niche interests, having specific huge dreams, and looking different, and having your sense of style is a huge plus. By the end of this video, I truly hope that you're going to stop asking yourself, what's wrong with me? How can I change? What do I need to change? To instead ask yourself, how can I take all of these interests and authentic traits and quirks of me and build a life that I want to live and aspire to live? But before we get into this video, I would really appreciate if you would subscribe to this channel and click that notification bell so you won't miss out on another helpful upload. And without further ado, let's get into this video. So girly pop, let me paint you a picture. When I was growing up, I remember my mom and dad and everyone around me telling me that when I was like 5 or 4, and I kind of vaguely remembered this, I was putting a towel on my head, pretending to have long hair, having a basket full of napkins, and going around naked to the grocery store and trying to sell those napkins. I think I was inspired by some witch from Snow White or something like that. It was very niche, I don't know. And then later on, when I went to first grade, I was watching Winx. And I really loved the cartoon, and I'm a Pisces, maybe something about really being and having a vivid imagination. I was sucked in each and every world that I was watching or entertaining. And I still, to this day, I still have vivid imagination. That's why I cannot watch horror movies or stuff like that. But I truly remember I had such excitement, such big eyes, because I found a board game, brought it to school, laid it out, all the girly pops loved it. And then when guys saw it, like my peers, schoolmates, they started laughing and mocking me. And this is, I think, like the first distinct memory of feeling shame and embarrassed for interests and stuff that I liked. And it really saddens me though that it was the way it was. But I truly believe this set me up for success in a way that throughout life, in primary school and high school, I've always felt different and people noticed. And no matter how hard I tried to kind of chameleon into other personas or fake my interests and fake my hobbies and fake my attraction to the same gender, I always somehow stood out. I could not hide for anything. I tried so hard to really, really not be just this attention grabbing kind of personality or just like a person. Somehow I always got attention and I didn't want that attention. But throughout being bullied and being so different, I always had an inner fire in me and a knowing that I'll do something bigger, that I'll be kind of better than them. I know it sounds, the duality of everything is so funny, but I was like, I'm gonna show you that I'm gonna make something out of myself, even though I had no advantages. Like, we were basically kind of poor. Like, we couldn't afford going to school trips. I always had to fake being sick because we couldn't afford that. We couldn't afford basic groceries sometimes, like oftentimes. I was growing up with a lot of lack of material stuff and a lot of lack of real friendships and people that accept me for who I am, even though I didn't even know who I was. But every time I tried to show that, I felt embarrassed. That's like a long story short. I'm so sorry. I'm sweating up here. It's so hot. I'm in this blazer dress for I don't know what reason. I just wanted to look pretty. And I'm sweating my ass off and my cameras are overheating. Guys, bear with me, okay? That's why I'm like all over the place today. This is where it gets really good. Listen up, honey. You feeling uncomfortable and embarrassed and being used to failing is actually a great fucking thing. When you try to go and do something out of the norm, and honey, you don't need to be a femme presenting gay. You can be a straight ass male. You can be a basic bitch, you know? And I love basic though. I'm basic in so many ways. But you can be so basic and still be judged by society when, for example, you want to try to live abroad instead of going straight from school to 9 to 5 that your dad or your mom has set you up with and know some people and have some plugs to get you that job. You'll be faced with embarrassment. And because you were a black sheep and kind of will forever feel like that in some capacity, you are set up for success. When I was starting out influencing like a few years ago, I remember I was posting on TikTok for a year and I was seeing no results, and I was posting like every day. I was doing these extreme transformations, like creative makeup looks, and was getting nothing. And someday I just tried something new and I got like 500,000 views overnight. And basically in 14 days or like in a month, I grew over 40K followers. But what truly, truly, truly is something that I want you to realize is that you have the best resilience because you are different, because you were made fun of, because you had no friends. You are used to feeling lonely. And in business and in entrepreneurship, whatever journey you take on, it's going to be uncomfortable and you're going to fail. But another great thing about that is you are used to failing. You're used to getting back up every time you fall down. And that's your advantage that a lot of people don't have. And that's why you can be whoever you want to be. If you want to be famous or if you want to be an influencer, girl, you're going to get there. Whatever the dream is, this is your superpower. And now this is where it gets good. Again, this is where it gets good. Oh my God, I love to talk about these topics and just yap because it is so inspiring. I've gone to LA, I've been across the world. I still am a videographer, so I film videos, I do makeup, and I manage social media. And I've been around a lot of famous people. You can look it up on my Instagram, or like really famous celebrities or just influencers in general. I mean, not famous celebrities. Oh my God, I take that back. Really kind of famous influencers, like over 11 million, over a million, over 2 million, 18 million on YouTube, 300K on Insta, like such a variety of different like influencers that are really successful in each field of their own field. And I've noticed a pattern. When you arrive in a place where people are just like so creative and successful, they are all freaking weird. They are the weird kid. And when I had a chance to talk with them or, hang out with them for longer periods of time, I got to know them and they've all told me that they were bullied. They were the weird one. They felt bad. And isn't that inspiring? I got proof directly from those people, from their mouths to my ears, honey, that they were weird. That it took them a long time before it took off. If that's a business, and I know a lot of business owner, from my family to like acquaintances, they were broke for a few years before it looked like it's an overnight success. But they have been developing skills of marketing, advertising, just recycling their own ideas and putting them out there into the world. And that's also really important is when you have an idea, you have to take action. That's like one of my cons is overthinking everything and then not doing stuff. But I've really come into my own being of like being more of a doer than a thinker, you know? And I really want you to realize that all these famous people and celebrities and influencers and successful people, they were the weird kid. They were the black sheep. I remember when I first met those people, I was so inspired because we usually have all the same resources. We have the internet and we have our phones and sometimes our cameras, right? And if you want to be an influencer and if you want to be well known, we all start with 0 followers or subscribers or whatever. So what does it take to come to the other side? I'll let you know, but I think I have a good point of view and a good direction. From talking to all of those people, they're all very consistent. They usually find, and what really helped me recently is to find inspiration in yourself rather than trying to do what's popular and trying to just be someone and perform. You really have to sit with yourself, spend some time with yourself, and be like, what do I want to do? What makes me happy and what feels natural? Look at Trisha Paytas. She's been in front of our eyes through everything. And I remember when I was like 16, I was watching her, I was showing her video to my sister, and she was like, who the fuck is that? And I was like, listen, girly pop, she's gonna be so famous because she's so nichely herself, so nichely authentic. And look at her now, she's thriving. She is a staple of being yourself in like an influencer world, like YouTuber world. And I love her and I always will love her. And I'm putting this out into the universe. I'm gonna work with her some way, somehow, one day. This is gonna be my reality. And with Tana Mojo too. I'm just putting that out there, okay? But all of these people were so uniquely themselves and they've posted all of these videos that I'm sure they are embarrassed of those videos today. I'm not talking about problematic videos. I'm talking about just expressing themselves, being themselves. Because you can perform for a certain time, but in the long run, you just can't be somebody you're not. You're gonna get burnt out or you will not be able to keep that up. Advice from all of these people was always just be yourself. I hope until right now, you've realized that kind of being a loser is being a winner. And now I want to tell you why being different is iconic. Back in the day when I was doing TikTok and I was posting all these videos, and because I'm from Central Europe, I was kind of trying to get a hold of what kind of content should I post right on TikTok. I was trying to do English speaking content, but it was just not going to those regions. So I was kind of feeling like I was stuck, right? But then I realized that in the Balkan region and in my country, nobody was doing makeup on themselves. And that was actually my interest because I was doing that for 2 years already. I was like, wait, I didn't do that on TikTok and I didn't use, or I never told that I'm from that country, from Slovenia. So maybe I just need to utilize that. And randomly, I filmed a song with Balkan audio, with like a Balkan song, and it went absolutely viral. And because I was the first gay guy that was posting and doing makeup and extremely femme presenting, still am, I was really different. And I thought when I was starting that out that it's embarrassing and it's something that I need to like kind of like tone down in some way, even though it's impossible to tone down the gayness of me, honey. But I was really, really trying. And then when I leaned into that, everything just fell into place. So having a different hair color or a different interest or being very niche is your advantage, especially right now when it feels like all the basic bitches are about to explode into oblivion because everybody looks the same, talks the same, does the same content, uses the same makeup, and the same get ready with me, get along with me. So for today, I went to Erewhon, blah, 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 blah. It feels so unrelatable. So you being you and being weird and having a weird fucking music taste and a weird fucking makeup and weird hair is gonna make you stand out. People will remember you. The great thing about today's age is we have everything on YouTube, on TikTok, on Google, and with the help of AI, and we can still go to school, we can take an online class, even though oftentimes you don't even need to do all that. We have everything on our screens just a second away, and that's amazing and wonderful. So whatever you want to learn, you can learn. But this is also your way out. All of these skills that you already have, that you weren't even aware of, like being different, being used to being uncomfortable and being left out, are truly skills that not a lot of people have. And are gonna get you out of the country that you don't want to live in. That is gonna get you that financial freedom that you always dreamt about, and having more than a 9 to 5 or whatever you dream of. Those feelings and those skills that you required throughout your shitty childhood are gonna help you now and are your biggest blessing in disguise and your biggest gifts. I'm just checking if I forgot anything on my little iPad. I mean, she's huge. She's cute, but she's huge. I want to say that your way out, besides your amazing skills that you already have by being used to life sucking, it can only get better. And second of all, I remember like friends or acquaintances that I saw 3 years ago and right now, and I look at their socials, they grew for like 200K, or they're making so much more revenue with their projects and creative projects. And when I look at my life a year ago, and I self-employed myself, and it was really scary, and now I'm able to live from freelancing and doing my projects and having my own little cutesy online courses that I love for people in my country. I'm also gonna do like an English version, don't worry. It's in the plans, honey. And it truly is amazing how also with consistency and with a leap of hope and being used to things being boring and uncomfortable, you can change your life completely. What I want to add is also Adela from Slovakia. I'm from Slovenia. She's like the Eastern European pop star that we've never seen before. She's representing everyone right now from the Eastern European countries, and that's so inspiring and so just brings me and fills me up with joy and motivation and representation in some way. I just feel so inspired by people and creative people and arts and everything. And I hope this video was inspiring in any kind of way. Truly, truly hope. I really want you to realize that you deserve to live a life that you want to live, and all of your dreams are not too big, maybe even too small sometimes. And you have so much time left to go after your dreams and after the life you want to build, because it is your freaking birthright to live that life. You don't even need to validate it with any kind of excuse or any kind of reason. And I really hope you realize that, because my intention again is you're gonna ask yourself, how can I build a life right now with everything that I got and all the things that make me weird? How can I accept and embrace that and, stand out and allow myself to be seen? So if this video was helpful, comment down below if you have any questions or just want to discuss your dreams. I really want to see what your dreams are or your aspirations. I'm so freaking curious. Comment down below. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a like, subscribe to this channel, honey boo, and don't forget to click that notification bell so you'll be notified the next time I upload a brand new video. And until I see you, I want you to really remember and engrave in your brain that you are the baddest baddie. That's it. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.